So, greetings to all of you. And guess who is going to be with us today? In fact, he is with us, on this podium. It's Sanat Jha, who belongs to, the pool of talent, the state of talent, which is known as Bihar. He's from there. His roots is over there. He has studied out of Bihar and all, just because his parents were posted over there. And he is basically in the second year of this IIT Roorkee, right, for production and which can you mention the branch over here, Sanat? Production and
Share is production and industrial engineering.
right, which is a part of mechanical engineering. Okay, Sanat belongs to that branch. Sanat rank, he would tell you whatever his score he got, he would tell you. Sanat, what was your rank in the JEE Advanced, which is exclusively for IITs?
My rank in JEE Advanced 2024 was 5042, 5042. And for
what were
that,
the
I had to score 172 marks
out of
360.
Out of 360. So see, I mean, the whole thing, I mean, many of them think that out of 360, they have to get 340, 320, right? Sanat is the best example who has produced this score, and he is in IIT, right? So basically, we took this opportunity just to explore Sanat as a mind and brain, as a person who basically would be following a process, right? A method in order to produce the result out of 27 lakh students here in India. Right? So those who think that, they would not be able to make it, would not be able to do it. Sanat especially gave his time to us, especially just to explore this thing, right? Opportunity, patience, perseverance, hard work, strategy, planning, study, doing the test series and all. So that's it. So our talk is going to cluster around that. Sanat, tell me, when did it hit your mind that we had to go for IITs?
My first target since my childhood was engineering, like science and electronics used to be my love. Even before I had any idea that it's kind of a career or there are colleges specific for engineering, I just liked looking at machines and all. Slowly, when I got to know that, okay, this career path is called engineering, then I got to know about that there's a college. Around 5th class or 4th class, I got to that there's a college named IIT, and it is best for engineering. Except that I had no any clue till class 9th. My father never forced me towards this that you have to do engineering only. He was just do whatever, just do it to the best. If you like your science and all that, and if you want to move towards engineering, do it from the best college. Do whatever, choose your path, just do it. There was no parental pressure on me, and that is something very important, I would say. So, in 9th, I got to know that there's an exam called JEE. We need to give it after 12th. The syllabus is 11, 12, all the basic details. Then IITs have many branches, this, that, all those details. I started encountering them in class 9th and 10th.
Okay. Sanat,
yes.
You are, you are focusing upon JEE Main, JEE Advanced, and now you're part of IIT Roorkee. So we know that JEE is maths heavy, right? You should have a very solid problem solving aptitude. So I just wanted to know which subject you think, right, is most important from this JEE or most difficult from JEE point of view, and what was your favorite subject?
Firstly, toughness wise, it's everyone says that, and it's I also feel that maths is toughest because somewhere if we compare the ratio of how much IQ and how much memory is needed, it is true that maths need the highest amount of logical thinking, and there's no kind of memorizing will help you. But this is something variable. I've seen people who love maths, hate chemistry, or a very different kind of structures you'll see. For me, physics was my favorite. Reason being, I started physics at a very good. My first image of physics, of JEE physics, was very nice. So once I started liking it from the very first chapter, it went with a very good flow. Like 11th class physics is the strongest part. Then maths used to be sometimes quite good, quite bad, and a very not so fixed thing for me, depending on what chapter, depending on my mood of studying at that moment. Chemistry is something I struggled with a lot, but that is different for everyone. Some people excel at chemistry. The important thing is JEE people don't care that what you like and what you don't. You need to score in all three of them. So you need to be, as a student, uh, the person needs to be accountable enough that give more time to the ones you are not so good fitted with. Like I gave very less time to physics, still I scored good. So it was a decision for me to uh, put physics aside because I know I can do it. Invest more time in chemistry because I struggle with it. That is where a smart way of studying comes in.
And what was that smart way of studying?
That's just balancing the factor of time with your interest. Where you have more interest and you're more settled, give less time to it, give more time to what you are not able to score well. Even sometimes happens that, okay, I like this X subject, but I'm not able to score it. Then again, you're bad at it. It's not about you're enjoying it or not. It's more about that are you able to get the score out of it in the exam.
Correct. So the thing is that, you know, I just wanted to know what was your specific plan for studies for physics, chemistry, and math for JEE?
Okay. Okay. So what I used to plan was every time. Firstly, I don't like to plan a long-term thing like in this week I'll do. My only focus was now, right now, what I have to study. So I always used to like sit on my table, decide what I have to study. My first priority was always chemistry. If I'm just tired of studying chemistry a lot, then I used to move to math. So an average range, every day I used to study chemistry, all my study hours dedicated to it. Maybe 1 hour or 2 hour in 1 or 2 days I used to give to maths. And physics, I used to rarely pick. I used to study physics, but that was only completing the homework, going to the lecture and completing the homework, because that was fulfilling my need. Or I was scoring well in physics, so I knew that this is working for me. So I used to rarely pick physics. Only when I have doubt in very specific topic, I used to pick it up and study it. Math, because I know it's my mid, I used to give 1 or 2 hour daily, and then leftover time I used to give to chemistry. This was my personal thing, and this can be altered depending on the need of a very specific student. I would say.
That's it. So, I mean, when we are talking about the studies for JEE preparation for JEE, it takes, just to have a balance that you need to understand the theory, you need to translate the theory into the concept, and then you need to strengthen your application part for that very particular topic, right? That is it. So, I mean, could you let us know that you must have started seriously in grade 11th, your JEE studies, correct?
Yes, correct.
So, what was the amount of questions, the number of questions that you used to solve every day on daily basis? Was there any quota that today I have to do 10 questions, tomorrow I'll be doing 30 questions? Was it something like that?
Uh, it was not about a fixed number. It was more about till what point I feel that okay, I'm done with it. I have prepared this topic. Sometimes even 5 questions used to be enough for a specific topic because if the topic is easy or it's not highly variable. Sometimes even after doing 30, 40, 50 questions of just one specific topic won't feel enough. How we test it? After a certain amount, you should be able to solve. Like if I've done 5 questions and in that them I struggled. Sometimes in out of five, let's assume I was just able to do one in complete one go. For 2 questions, I took 2 to 3 turns. But after those 5 questions, if I'm seeing that next five I am able to do in a perfect flow, like I'm ready for solving that question in exam, then I used to mark that this topic is done for me, at least for now. Now I pick it in revision. The number used to vary. I would say a minimum of 10 questions is required for any chapters, any topic. A minimum of 10 because you're preparing for J, you can't expect just studying the theory and doing one question and know it's done. A minimum of 10 questions for each topic, but and there's no maximum limit. Sometimes, like for some specific topics I was bad at, I all have even solved more than 100 questions just for a single topic. And that this toughness is the identity of J, I would say.
Right. Is it toughness or is it a matter of subjectivity?
Yeah, a better word will be subjectivity because
Subjectivity.
what we are preparing for is uh, IQ based, or you can say logical reasoning based thing. So there's no boundaries of creating complex questions. Advanced professors who set advanced paper, they even mix two, three, four topics of different subjects into one question. And to solve that, you need very clarity in the concept. Clarity is the ultimate goal, not the number of questions. Until unless you feel that okay, you're clear about everything in this specific topic.
Okay.
That
During this journey of preparation for the JEE, who was the person who used to motivate you?
okay. Certainly, I didn't have anyone, I would say my father only. But like if there's a low time, he was the first person I used to call. But except that, I won't say I had any great, I would say any senior or any bhaiya, no. But that is something important. I have played that role for my juniors. I've tried my best. But also one more thing I need to mention that not everyone gets a motivator, or even not everyone has the access to YouTube to see any guidance video. What really needs, if you have a good source, any kind of like one being yours only, that test prep art, they are very much helpful. But don't depend on anything. So like you need to have, you are available to so many students as a test prep card, but not every student is going to have something or someone to guide them. Be independent. That's a better key, I would say.
See, as you must be knowing that we have got a concept of micro batches. Right? We don't want a crowd coaching culture. This is the reason of the evolution of the test prep pattern. That okay, I mean not one-on-one sessions, but our batch size is really small. Or it's hardly 20 students per batches that we keep, and
That
this helps us a lot. In order to produce the result, you must be knowing this thing. That's it. Now, the thing is that I am especially I'm really very peeping about these two things. Okay, first of all, were you on social media during your preparation?
no, I used to be before my preparation, but I dropped it during my preparation, and it is important,
How
especially
did
for a
you? Please go ahead. Sorry.
especially for a person like me who easily get addicted to something like reels or anything. It is important to drop it for 2 years. It really matters. It saves a lot of time.
So, how did you resist this temptation of social media?
For me, it
That you
was
are not watching Facebook friends activities, you're not on Instagram, you're not watching YouTube and all. How did
for
you resist?
me it was just one step that once I uninstall it and I for 2 days, if I'm not doing it and it's out of my daily routine, then I won't be addicted to it. If it's installed in my app, it's easily accessible, then I start scrolling reels.
You
So
mean out of mind, out of sight?
sorry.
Out of mind, out of sight.
Yeah, exactly. Keep it out of and just try for like 5 days and target it 5 days. For 5 days, your routine should not include any of these things. 6 day you will get used to what your daily routine is.
Right. Because you thought that the target, the purpose of the life of cracking JEE was bigger than wasting time on social
One
media.
very
That's
important thing is to have a why. I know that I'm doing this and why I'm doing this. I had my why, my reason, and you need. I mean, person, every student needs to have their why for doing it.
But did you have this fear that you would be outcasted? Your friends would not be would no more be your friends, your relatives, your acquaintances. Was it
It
like that?
both happened. I had to sacrifice a lot of group meets and going on trips and all the fun part for those 2 years. But every time I was doing it, firstly, I don't call it a sacrifice. I just call it a postpone. You're postponing your fun for after 2 years, and you're in fact multiplying it. If I would have chosen to have my fun time at those times, I won't be enjoying such a good college life, which I'm doing it right now. Like it's just having fun for 2 years and making your leftover life here, the years tougher, or it's opposite. Sacrifice your 2 years, and then you have a very good time coming ahead. And this is, I'm very happy that I did sacrifice all those fun for 2 years, and now I'm getting in return
The fruit.
everything.
Yeah.
I'm
The fruit.
enjoying yeah, every single day of my college life of such a great college. I feel that I'm very thankful to myself that I did sacrifice all those things during those 2 years.
Okay. Another thing is that these days, along the menace of social media, we also have got natural tendencies of getting depressed. stressed, anxiety, having poured over a lot of thoughts on us that, I mean, I'm preparing for JEE, I'm preparing for NEET, whether I would be able to crack or not. Then, I mean, you accept it or not, but definitely there is a, pressure of expectation and all, right?
There is.
So, did you have this, any of these factors like anxiety, depression, stress during preparation? Did you have?
Yes, I did face a lot of them, and in fact, I
Why
don't
it
like.
was there? Why it was there?
Yeah, I don't like to use words like depression and all because I know my pain was nothing because I've seen my friends and people studying along with me, they were having even severe cases. And it is there because firstly, yes, expectations. You need just there's everything that you are okay. You're preparing for an exam. The selection ratio is 1%. There's a high chance that you're not going to clear it. What are you going to answer to the crowd? That does happen, and really, the solution to that is, I would say, ignorance. Ignore that for that time.
Hmm.
Do what you have in your control, and that is to sit and study. And JEE, okay, one thing I really like to mention, especially the cause of having a downtime during this preparation is you're not able to get good, score good in mock test, or you're not able to just complete the homework. You're not able to solve the questions, and it sometimes okay if I am such at a such good position compared to what I used to plan myself. Like I was not able to ensure that I would clear IIT. I have faced myself during the J lectures that sir is teaching some concept. He's asking some question. The whole class is just answering the questions in like 2 or 3 seconds, and I'm sitting blank with zero understanding at that point. And yes, this has happened, and I was like, how the hell I'm going to clear to such a exam if I'm not able to answer? And everyone is literally answering, and I'm the only one sitting quiet. That time, I later on understood that this happens, and this happens with everyone. With rank 5,000 also, and with rank 500 also, because there are different variety of topics and not everyone can excel in everything. You need Every student needs to remember one thing: you are preparing for an exam which is ranked as world's second most toughest exam, not a state's toughest or country's toughest. World's second most toughest exam, which is ranked by Google itself. If you search toughest exam of world, you see IIT JEE. You need to have that in mind.
And then there is Gaokao in China. You
Yeah,
must have heard.
yeah. In fact, I honestly believe advance is the first one. The China exam Gaokao is tough because of other aspects, because of high number of competition and more. There are other reasons, and I'm not saying it is easy, but it's advanced is no less. And you need to think that the issue is most of students have a boards thing in their mind that they're scoring good at boards. They do the same here. There are two very different exams. Board is given by every single person who is just going through average school life. IIT J is world's toughest exam. So things are not going to be easy. Please don't have a preset in mind that you're going to attend lecture, come home, see 10 questions in homework, solve 10 questions in 111, and yes, done. No, you will struggle a lot. And that is the beauty of J. Like, if everything is easy, why would it be so valued thing? The value of J is toughness.
Now, what are your future plans? Where do you want to go from here?
Okay, just before starting J, I used to love software as coding, not because it's trending, but I used to enjoy coding. I have been doing it class 8, and that's my future plan. Also, I mostly go towards startup and entrepreneurship, and in that too, in software domain, maybe starting my own some product, software product, all that. And I'm currently doing all my research in that domain only. Getting into India is one of the best colleges. It really gives you it makes me feel that okay, I have a lot of resources, a great network, great senior guidance and all. So I'm currently working towards that.
Great. So we wish you all the best, Sanat. May you touch all the heights in your life, right?
Thank you.
Have a very good future ahead. We'll keep in touch. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.